You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
The Philly, Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly, Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Did you check your Facebook page? I left something heartfelt on it.
Oh my God, no you didn't.
Go find it.
I did see a notification that Phil Aubrey posted on my timeline.
Sometimes I write things and I'm like,
oh boy,
damn, that was magic. How did I come up with that at 6:11 on a Monday morning?
This is more than a thumbs up. So this is 2 lines. Happy birthday, Curbinator. Wishing you all the best as you reflect on years past and what may come in the future of life.
Boom!
Wow.
That is the most thought I've ever put into a birthday wish.
So thoughtful.
Well, because you always dive into something that's reflective and deep. So I thought, you know what? I gotta send the same back to Kirby. Happy birthday this morning, Curbs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got the birthday wishes rolling in on the Boston Pizza text line as well, so thank you so much.
Has Joe shown up yet on your Facebook page?
You know what? I guarantee the moment he gets up, I mean, he's on some painkillers, I would imagine, so I'm going to give the guy some grace.
Recovering from day surgery, hernia surgery last week.
Yeah, so as soon as he's up, he's going to be typing out those happy birthdays.
It's still a bit surprising he's not up and at him.
I know.
Away at the
I know.
He's running a little late this morning.
Well, like I said, I give the guy some grace because he's healing. So
typically, like if Joe's 100%, that's one of the first things. Like he strolls in here, and we love Joe and miss Joe. Obviously, we're just playing around with him, right? But he'll stroll in here. He farts around the thermostat, the temperature in here a little bit. Then he gets the lights just right. Those are the first 2 things he does before.
A lot of adjustments.
He hasn't even taken his coat off. And he starts, then he gets his water for the,
That's the key. He
gets
his water.
I better go get some water.
Gets a couple steps in there for the day.
And then sits down, opens up Facebook and his computer, boom, right to birthdays.
Hammers out those birthdays with his 2-finger typing. I miss the guy, honestly.
Yeah, we were just saying off air even before the show started because he handles everything scheduling-wise for the show. Like, we never, it is impossible to forget anything.
He's the backbone of this show.
Don't forget, we got this and that and this today, and we got to remember to do that, and da-da-da-da-da. He goes through all the emails carefully and knows exactly what's happening every morning. So, yes, we miss you, Joe. Hopefully, I would think, later this week we'll have the big guy back. On the text line, just an example of what Kirby's getting this morning. Wait a minute. Is it not Kirby's birthday? The week-long festival of gifts, drinking, and pirate-like behavior. 36 going on 28. Happy effing birthday.
I was thinking about this. I know that you give me a hard time for saying it's a big birthday or it's 36 is a big year. I was thinking, Phil, this puts me in a different bracket. Like, sometimes when you go to a drop-down menu and it says, like, what age bracket are you in? And it's like, 25 to 35, and then it's like 35 to 45. I'm now grouped into a different bracket.
You're 36 or 35 to 45. Oh, in the drop-down. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I mean, I do feel old.
Would you stop it? Wishing you well on this day of reflection, okay, Kirby?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Phil.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Yo, Kirbytron. Just want to wish you a happy birthday, and I hope you have the best day. Big money, Hope you're feeling better, buddy.
And big money. Get your ass back to work.
Yeah, big
Curbatron.
money. I do like Curbatron. It sounds badass.
It does. Yes, like you're a transformer.
Yes.
The only bad thing about Curbatron, it sounds like Megatron, and Megatron was a bad guy going up against Optimus Prime and the good guy Transformers.
Well, I can't be a bad guy.
No, there's no way, despite the
But
name.
I'll be the good version of Curbatron.
There you go. Okay.
Hey guys, Joel here. Just phoning to wish Kirby a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Have a great day. Take care.
Thanks, Joel, and
Yeah.
thanks, Hot Dog Guy.
Those two never miss a phone call like with birthday wishes and all
it's
that
true.
stuff.
Yeah.
Got this one too. This is for the moms out there.
Hey, happy Mother's Day, all you mothers out there. Love you all. My mom's up in heaven, though. But everybody else, happy Mother's Day. 92.3, I think.
Yeah, very nice. I hope all the moms had a great day yesterday and felt spoiled by their kids.
Yeah, Mother's Day can mean a lot of things for a lot of different people. So
That's right.
I'm thinking of everybody on Mother's Day.
But it's for the moms, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it can be like, Mother's Day can be hard if you've lost
yeah,
a
I see.
child or if
Yeah.
you've lost your mom or if you have like an estrangement of some sort. So I just think of everybody on that day.
That's right. Good for you, Curbs. Okay, this one here in traffic about a long light in traffic.
So I'm driving down the perimeter this morning to make a left-hand turn on Pipeline. Why is that turn signal light 10 minutes to wait for a turn signal there? Could you imagine how long people have to wait when they're on their way to work in the morning? That's bullshit. Lucky I was in my semi. I have to act like a professional, but if I was in my personal vehicle, I'd have made that left-hand turn on that red there.
Oof, if I could start making a list of all the long lights that get on my nerves.
What a threat. If I was in my personal vehicle.
You're lucky. You're
Yeah.
lucky I'm working right now. Okay, more from traffic here.
Yeah, this is another call about Winnipeg's crappy drivers. A big thank you to the little guy in the red car at Queen Elizabeth Way and Stradbrook. When you're in the inside left lane, stay in the inside left lane. Literally could have put a piece of paper between our cars when you swerved into my lane going on to frickin' Queen Elizabeth Freeway. Now get a grip. Oh, thanks very much. Have a great weekend. Bye.
See the relief that guy felt at the end?
He felt good, and
Yeah.
that's what the bone
It was
phone's
a
all
release.
about. Yeah, 100%. Okay, and this, I love the effort and when it comes to actually putting together a song. Well, I don't think this caller actually, put tons of effort to put together the song. Just sort of took his rant, and then anyway, I'll play it for you.
Yeah, so to help traffic on the perimeter, I came up with a nifty little song. We should make it really popular and get everybody to learn it. Ready? Slower traffic, keep to the right, keep to the right, keep to the right. Slower traffic, keep to the right to keep that passing lane clear. But then you always gotta pass the douchebags on the right-hand side, the right-hand side, the right-hand side. You gotta pass the douchebags on the right-hand side because they can't read.
And look, that's a popular call. The passing lane, the driving slow in the passing lane. You can't take a perimeter jaunt without seeing somebody in the left lane driving less than 100, totally unaware what they're doing. Just buzzing along at 96 as 10 cars are lined up behind them or jumping into the right lane to pass them. Just do. No, move over.
Zero concern
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Loving life.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice drive.
Meanwhile, just holding up the whole lane of traffic.
Okay, this is we have a Dr. Hockey call, and I'll say this, Vinny. You know how he's been calling the Jets to get to the Stanley Cup for weeks now, if not months.
Yeah, he did say, I think it was on Friday that he said it was a must win.
Sure.
This game, this past game.
Yeah. Well,
And-
I'll say there's cracks in the boat of his confidence.
Okay.
Like he's starting to show cracks with his confidence in the Jets, and you knew it wouldn't take long for Vinny to start doubting them. Anyway, before we get to Vinny.
Good morning, Philly Joe and Kirby. Was listening to the bone phone. I heard Vinny, the so-called doctor of hockey, talk about the Jets game, etc. Vinny, can you do everybody a favor? If you're going to talk about the Jets, do you think you could at least say the names right? Hellebuck has been playing for the Jets for a number of years. It's not his first year. It's not Hellebuck. It's Hellebuck. Do you think you could get that right just once? Please and thank you. Let's go, Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I do get a kick out of Hellebuck. But, it's because it reminds me of we had an office hockey pool, and what was was it a fantasy name?
No, it's just your team name.
Oh, my team name.
There was no fantasy involved. You're thinking of fantasy sports.
I get confused.
That was just a hockey pool.
I was in a hockey pool, and my name was Ain't No Hellebuck Girl.
And you won that draft. It was very impressive. I still remember that.
Yes.
Like, unbelievable. Kirby.
It really was. I'm still shocked.
I do get a kick out of him calling Hellebuck.
It's very authentic, Vinny.
It makes me laugh. Reminds me of my dad. My dad screws up names all the time, too. Okay, so speaking of the man, Vinny, here we go. And this is going to rub some people the wrong way, showing a lack of confidence all of a sudden.
Like all the other teams like Toronto and Edmonton, when they lose. It's close games. But when Winnipeg loses, it's like, was it 7-2, 5-2 a couple times they lost. Tonight, 5-2 loss. So they don't have a good system. Like Edmonton, to me, has a better system than Winnipeg, even Toronto. And I hate saying that. I don't like Toronto, but I've been watching it. It's just the truth. Like they got better systems. The Jets are not consistent. Edmonton, they lost, but it was so close. But they won't lose by 1.4 seconds or something. You know what I mean? They make it a game. They know the system. I believe Edmonton's going to make it to the Cup. And I hate to say it.
What?
I hope I'm wrong. I hope they do win the second round. I just don't think they will.
What? Vinny, we love you, but come on. They're down 2-1. That took no time at all for you to jump off the Jets and go to Edmonton. Come on.
Vinny is just tell us you're an Oilers fan and get it over with. Because honestly, that's where you're coming from. Because I feel like you've been teasing over the years that Edmonton is your team.
Yeah.
So just say it and get it over with.
There we go. Well said.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Philly Joe and Kirby at 6:45. JoJo returning to the show later this week. He had minor surgery last week, wishing him all the best in his recovery.
Getting some love for that Headstones tune on the Boston Pizza text line, by the way. We do have a heat warning in effect right now, and it's going to be a hot one today. 30% chance of some rain happening this morning, though. Right now it's 21.
34 today, 35 tomorrow, 32 on Wednesday. And then there's a reprieve. That sounds funny. Reprieve from the heat, but in May. But 23 on Thursday, and according to the Weather Network, that's what I'm looking at here. On Thursday, when it comes down to 23, there's a big chance of rain, calling for as much as 25 to 30 millimeters on Thursday.
Wow.
And then 10 more millimeters on Friday. Now, in my experience, overanalyzing Weather Network.
What's your experience like?
Weather Network goes high on their long-term forecasts, and then it always winds up coming down a little bit.
Okay.
So, but I'll say this, we could really use the rain. So later this week, if we get 30 millimeters, I don't think anybody's going to complain.
Yeah.
And then you look at it next week, highs of like 5 and 6. So it appears that it's going to get back to normal after this crazy. We have to be setting records here in May. Like I can't ever remember a time when we're getting 35 degrees in May.
We did set some records, I think, was it last week in the province? Yeah. And then I could see
total insanity
over the next couple of days definitely setting a few records.
Like if you're getting out golfing, if you got a pool, you're getting in that pool, like no questions asked.
It was a nice Mother's Day yesterday. A lot of people out and about enjoying the weather. And then like with May long weekend
coming, right?
A lot of people are going to be out and about this weekend, so but again, like the weather is going to bring some rain.
Later in the week.
Yeah.
But again, need that. Like we need that rain. So I think that's a welcome sight to see the rain in the forecast.
Mm-hmm.
And you still only have the one air conditioning unit functioning. You have two. You have two in your suite because I've lived in apartments before. That one that's in the living room, the wall, the window mounted one, it's a window mounted one.
Yes.
Right? It doesn't do the whole apartment. I totally understand that.
Yeah, the air doesn't make its way down into the bedroom like I wish it would.
So you're sweating probably, like no covers, that type of sleep, right?
Yeah, well, the other unit, I had taken it apart to try to see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Your analysis.
as if I know what the hell is going on.
I love that. I'm sorry, I still good on you. And some people did say that because we were teasing you about taking it apart to look at what was wrong.
Well,
and then people were like, well, at least she's trying.
I was looking at the YouTube videos trying to figure it out. And there's no way that I'm going to be able to figure this out. And for the price that I'm going to pay to get it repaired or have it looked at, I might as well just go buy a new one or like a used one off of like Facebook Marketplace for the summer. But yeah, that was my whole deal this weekend. And while I was working on that this weekend, Phil, you want to know what happened?
What happened?
Okay, so the curtains that are on the window that I was working on, the AC unit.
Yeah.
Okay, the curtains ripped out of the wall because let's be honest, I didn't put them in with the anchors and
so you were tugging and moving them and it just fell right
and the
off.
whole thing fell down. And it was one of those moments where you just look at everything on the floor and you say some words that I can't repeat. And
Time to move.
It's just at that point you're just like, oh, I give up.
Oh, that's rough. So there's all kinds of things that need to be done around the apartment now. Good luck with it.
Yeah.
Hit up YouTube.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Kirby, how amazing would it be to be at Ozzy's send-off, the spectacular send-off concert, Back to the Beginning in England, coming up? Like, how great would it be to be at that show?
Can we just go through the list of some of the people that are performing?
It's July 5th. It's the biggest concert of the year. Before we go through the list, it sold out in 15 minutes. There was a 500,000 person waiting list.
Oh my gosh.
For tickets to go see this final Ozzy on stage, Black Sabbath in attendance. And you're right, the lineup for this, Rage Against the Machine's guitarist Tom Morello is the musical director for the show. Jason Momoa is the host of the whole thing. Like, he's on stage introing the bands.
I know, but we're talking Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Alice in Chains, Guns N' Roses, Tool, Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. We've got David Draymond from Disturbed. We've got Sammy Hagar, Wolfgang Van Halen, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
It's massive. It's going to be one of the biggest concert events ever, to be totally honest. Like saying goodbye to Ozzy and him on stage, here and there doing Ozzy and Sabbath songs with these legends. It's unbelievable. And here's the good news, because we've been getting questions about this from 92.1 City listeners for a long time, asking questions because you just expect City to have tickets for something like this. And I'll give credit to Iron Mike and everybody above us that went above and beyond to find tickets to give away, like a trip to give away to go to this show in England. Yes, for everybody asking, we will have a trip to give away to go see this starting next Tuesday.
I would circle that on the calendar.
Yes.
I would put a notification in your phone.
You want my Apex Predator calendar, Kirby, to circle that?
Put it up in the Apex Predator calendar.
Maybe
I think it's the month of the snake, perhaps.
I hope July's Komodo Dragon month. But anyway, we can mark it, and they're marking it in your phone.
Yes.
We will remind you all week. It'll be an Ozzy Sabbath Song of the Day situation, just to give you a little bit of a hint on what's coming.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Win yourself a trip to the biggest rock concert of the... I mean, we're billing it of the year, but let's face it, this is going to be one of the biggest get-togethers of all time.
This is going to be in the history books.
And it all starts next Tuesday. Stay tuned for details.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJK into more ears.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Joe is recovering from some day surgery, hernia surgery that he had last week. Kirby is punching a message into her phone to send off to Joe. This is the best.
Dear Joe, for somebody who thinks birthdays are so important and takes time out of their day every morning to wish people happy birthday on Facebook, for somebody who claims to be my friend, I have yet to see a happy birthday from you. You better be dying.
He's got to be sleeping.
Well, he is probably on pain meds.
I would think he is, yes.
Just now.
You got it now?
Just now. Joe Aiello posted on my timeline.
Okay, because I was starting to wonder, too. It is a little late for him, even on pain meds, even recovering from surgery. 7:42.
I was starting to question our friendship.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was ready to, pull the cord.
I was
know?
Pull the cord on the friendship. We don't talk anymore. What happened? You and Joe don't talk anymore, Curbs? Why? What happened? Well, he wished me a happy birthday at 7:43 on my birthday instead of 6 in the morning when I was expecting it.
I did tell him I wasn't a huge fan of the date of his surgery. If he could try to get it moved, it's really interfering with my birthday celebrations. But Joe wrote on my wall on Facebook. He says, "Happy birthday to Shalinda Louise Kirby. Show the world how to thrive after 35. Oh my God, he's on fire.
So good.
Enjoy your day, month, heck, your year of being 36.
There it is.
Wow.
On the board. Joe, thank God, because I've had to listen to this all morning from her. Where is Joe at? Where is Joe at? Why hasn't he wished me a happy birthday?
It means a lot. It means a lot.
I was about to phone him. I was going to get a hold of Christy and say, wake that man up. I don't care what he's on.
I'm going to have to backspace this message, I'll tell you.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
All right, tickets up for grabs this morning for Classic Albums Live, performing the Eagles Hotel California. 780 City, 780-2484 with Joe on the mend. Curbs has the question.
I do want to say somebody said on the Boston Pizza text line, it's not always about you guys. Give them a break.
Nope. Joe, it is about Kirby's birthday today, and that's how it... No.
Oh, my God.
Obviously, we're playing around
Absolutely.
with JoJo this morning. Yes, but thank you for the message.
Okay, well, let's hope I can do him justice with a good question today. 62% of people say that they want to be alone when they eat this. They don't want to be around anybody.
Well, I run off into a corner when I eat anything. So
that is very accurate.
Because I'm worried you're going to take it off my plate.
You just ordered us breakfast for my birthday this morning, and you turned to face the corner as you ate.
And if you come near me, I growl. 780 City, 780-2484. So this is a specific item you eat.
Yes.
You'd rather eat alone? Mm-hmm. Good morning, City. Go ahead with your guess.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Kirby.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Spaghetti?
Spaghetti's a good guess. Can be messy, but that's not the answer I'm looking for.
All right. Thanks
Have a
for
good
playing.
day.
780 City, 780-2484.
780 City,
Hello.
780. Hey, Phil, can you help me?
Sure. Let's go ice cream, because sometimes ice cream's a pick-me-up. You got the whole pail in front of you, and, you're alone anyway.
Phil, that's the correct
Did
answer.
I nail it?
Yes. What the hell?
Oh.
What the heck?
Woo! Yeah.
I didn't think people were going to guess that one because I thought ice cream is one of those foods that you like to share with people. Like you go out for ice cream with people.
I just have this rom-com movie scene in my head. I don't even know where the
Like
woman,
you're going through like a breakup and you're
woman's
eating
had
a tub of ice cream
she's
kind of
got
thing.
one of those little tubs, and she's
been there, done that.
sitting on the couch crying. I don't know why that just popped into my head.
Well, it's right. Yes.
Look at that, man. It's
Okay.
we're heading towards a long weekend. The weather's beautiful. I'm feeling it this morning.
That was over before it began.
Sounds like a no. I'm not going to go there. What's your name?
Dutch.
Dutch. Nicely done.
Hang on the line, man. We'll get some info.
The Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.
Where are you on this show? How come you haven't mentioned this yet?
I'm on episode 3.
So you've been through the big part. Let's not mention it.
No.
'Cause a lot of people are just catching up.
No.
Yeah,
we
you
can't-
have?
Yes, I
Oh,
have.
sorry,
But
I'm
we can't mention it.
No,
Obviously.
yeah, there was a big, like any show that's got huge viewership. You don't want to give away any spoilers because a lot of people will stack up the episodes and then watch them. I prefer binging. I hate that The Last of Us is a week-to-week show.
Yeah,
I'd be done it by now. But anyway, it's crazy. I find it's crazy good this year. Do you?
It's so good.
Yeah,
like
it's a
I
great
love.
show.
Like I remember one of my exes in college playing the game, like on his PS whatever it was at the time,
PS3
and,
or PS2 or whatever. Yeah.
and the
okay.
concept of the game was interesting, but then when I saw they were going to make a show of it, they've done such a great job, and the cast phenomenal. And then I was just telling you that Pearl Jam has released like this compilation that's inspired by The Last of Us, which is really cool. It's like 4 songs that are kind of like inspired by the premise of the show.
And they're not in these songs aren't in the show. They're just inspired by the show. Is that what you're saying? They're not.
Yeah.
They're not like on the TV show soundtrack.
No.
Okay. I didn't see last night's episode, so I have to do that.
That's
this
the
week.
thing is, yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I'm
Okay.
excited to catch up on the rest of what's out there.
How crazy was episode 2 though? Hey.
Well, that's the thing is now I'm like scared to keep going because I'm like, if that's episode 2, like we're not even halfway through the second season, and I just feel like I can't even handle it.
Somebody wants to know on the Boston Pizza text line if we are watching Mobland yet. No, I'm not on that. I bet. Well, Joe, of course, in case you don't know, he had minor surgery last week, hernia surgery, and he's at home recovering. And he's been meaning to get on Mobland, so I bet you,
Yeah.
as he recovers, I have a funny feeling I bet you he starts watching that while he's at home.
Well, he brought it up a bunch before he was off, so I think that he had a list of things going on in his phone of what things he wanted to watch.
Yeah.
And that was top of
his
it.
list.
Yeah.
You like how Scott Arniel is so calm, even when the Winnipeg Jets head coach, even when things happen that...
It's impressive. I'm not going to lie. That dude is like very shakable. Like you could be in like a panic mode. The Titanic could be sinking, and he could be like the most calm individual.
Yeah, because of course we just played some Coach Arniel in the sportscast reacting to the disputed goal from last night, and you're right. He's calm, cool, and collective about it. He clearly didn't think it should have counted, like all Jets fans, but he was like, we got to accept the NHL's decision, and we have to move forward. And any great head coach has to be that calm demeanor.
Yeah.
You know, because otherwise, if you start acting like, oh, my God, we're doomed, well, that's how your team will react, too. Or, you know,
as a leader, you have to, which makes him such a great coach.
Mm-hmm. Can I play you the reaction from the other dressing room about the disputed goal? Peter DeBoer, who is also a very calm, cool cucumber.
Okay.
Peter DeBoer.
All right.
I also like him as a head coach. So I'll play how he saw that goal.
Pete, on the video review, your counterpart Scott Arniel believes that if they ruled it a kick, and it appears they did, that the fact that it went off of Hellebuck's stick and in means it shouldn't have counted. That's how the rule reads. What was your read on that play?
Well, I'm not sure that's how the rule reads. I think the rule reads that if the goalie's making a play on the puck, that it's a goal. So that's the difference. Is it just deflected off him, or is he trying to make a play with the puck? And I think they got it right.
We should put the two of them in a room now.
I don't know about that.
A little passive. I don't know.
love that, though.
I honestly believe, get the two of them in a room now with the rule book and say, okay, Here's what it says. And if you missed it, this was Arnie's reaction. I won't play the whole thing because I just played it. But this was Scott Arniel about the goal from last night.
The puck was kicked, but that heli directed it in to the net. The rule states that if the puck gets kicked, if it hits a body or a stick of anybody else other than the goaltender, it counts as a goal. It hit our goaltender's stick and went in the net. That is no goal.
So that was, and of course, Peter DeBoer. Well, I don't know if that's how the rule.
I don't know. I like it. I like it.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
With Philly, Joe, and Kirby. JoJo back hopefully later this week. We're not, it's recovery. So he's under strict orders to take his time and let us know when he's feeling up to coming back to work because he had surgery last week.
If he was a hockey player, he'd be skating wearing the yellow jersey.
Non-contact. Whatever. Is that, let me just.
I think it's yellow.
Is it yellow? This, I hope you know this and I don't. That would be great.
I would be just as shocked.
Non-contact.
The things I pick up.
Keep an eye on the text line. Keep an eye on the text line because somebody on the text line will know immediately.
Okay. In the meantime, we are going to have quite a hot day today to kick off the week. 34 degrees. There is a heat warning in effect.
What color did you say, Curbs?
Yellow.
It's red. Well, I Googled it. Players wear a red jersey as a no-contact jersey when they're coming back from injury. I don't know if that's an every team thing or...
What's a yellow jersey? I thought that the Jets had a couple players in yellow jerseys. That's where I got it from.
Someone's saying yellow. Someone on the text line saying yellow. So maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know why Google told me red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see yellow jerseys, non-contact. Okay, I think it might be
I think it just
yellow.
means any color like red or yellow.
Jets wear yellow is what the Boston Pizza for the non-contact jersey.
Okay.
And Dennis says, never trust Google, Philly. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many days or how many times in a day we Google something sitting around? Like my kids and I, we start arguing about something and I'm like, Google it. Let's figure this out.
Okay, yeah, it's yellow. Joe is wearing a yellow jersey.
Non-contact jersey, yellow this week.
He's on the sidelines.
Do you ever think about that? Like, what did we do when we argued back in the day before you could just Google it on your phone? Like, would you pull out an encyclopedia? I wish we were at home arguing right now because I'd grab an encyclopedia off the shelf.
I just think we argued less because there was no way to really know.
I think we
who
argued
was right.
just as much, but we just had... Maybe the arguments would be more intense and longer because you couldn't search the answer on the spot.
They would always end with, let's agree to disagree.
There you go, because we don't know. Neither one of us know.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.